Hello, welcome back to Northern Lights. Just going to do a short DVD series review. A show I've been watching since the summertime. Just finished it here the other day. It's called The Invaders. 2 seasons. Debuted around January 1967. I think the first season was about 17 episodes. And the series ended in 1968, around March, I believe. Straightforward show, a little more adult back in the 60s compared to other sci-fi stuff back then, except for Twilight Zone or The Outer Limits and all that. Architect David Vincent, coming back from somewhere, pulls over the side of the road, sees an alien ship landing, and then he starts to I don't know, you'd almost say investigating it and trying to get people to believe people that Earth is being invaded. You know, one man crusade there. In the second season, they added a couple of people that start to believe him, and they're going along trying to help him to let the world know that aliens are wanting to take over the Earth. Stars Roy Thinnis. I never knew about the show. I just happened to be local flea market and come across it and all that. It was a good price. Well, I'll take a look at it. It's actually pretty good. The special effects are, well, we're talking like in the 60s here, late 60s. But they're pretty straightforward. Nothing too elaborate. The special effects got a little bit better in the second season with as to the spaceship, because it was just like a red little light waving around like that. Pretty simplistic special effects and all that. When the aliens kill, they glow red, then disappear. Just leaves behind some ash. They had little devices, pretty straightforward, little dial type one that they used. They put it on the back of a human there, and it would show that they had like a stroke or heart attack, I believe is what it was. And then they had this little hypnotizing crystal that spun around. Straightforward. They had a nice little ray gun. It was a little bulky in the first season, but in the second season they kind of slimmed it down and all that. Looked really nice and all that. And anything they touched when they died disappeared with them too. So, I mean, it was just straightforward. And he was going around the country. It was filmed on location and all that. It was really good. One of the things, I'm a car guy. I enjoy the old cars, and the old cars in this show were really, really awesome. A couple of special features. There's a 60-minute version of the pilot. Interviews with Roy Thinnis. He does opening, what do you call that? Introductions to each episode. There's a commentary on a couple of episodes with the creator, Larry Cohn, and the same on the second season there too. I was pretty sure a lot of stars from back in the day. Gene Hackman. Geez, I can't even think of any of them now. But each episode, you will see stars that became really big. Roy Thinnis would not have been my first choice for this. He does a good job. Kind of grew on me. I just remember him as always being a bad guy in later shows, as in the 70s and the 80s and all that. But he was pretty good in this, effective. Other than that, it's an excellent show. There's a couple of, most of the episodes are actually really good. And on the DVDs, they're actually pretty picture quality. The sound is mono. I'm not getting in depth with the blacks are blacks and this color is that color. It looks really good looks really good. They did a nice job transferring. The only one episode that I saw with any problems is the second last episode in season 2. The Persuade. There's a scene where he's looking at one of the characters and the camera's straight on him, and he just goes right out of focus. And it lasted for, for a good minute or so. And that's the only glitch that I seen in the whole series. Hour long, really good. I would like to see how if it continued on for another season, maybe 2 more. You know, we're talking late 60s, like 67, 68. If this show probably, I think this came on just after the Fugitive finished. It was a Quinn Martin production. All his stuff is high quality, and each episodes are really good. There's a couple lame ones other than that, but everything other than that, really good. At anybody's interested and comes across it, I would say pick it up, take a look at it. There was a revival, I think, in the 90s. Never saw that, never knew it. Well, never even heard of the show until I seen it there at the local flea market. Anyway, that's the Invaders. Excellent. Chris Carter from the X-Files said this heavily influenced him. Did the X-Files. Anyway, that's it for that. Come back later on with another. I'm still in the middle of season 4 of Babylon 5. And after I finish all that, we'll do a quick review of that. Straightforward. Anyway, The Invaders. Excellent series. Only lasted 2 seasons. I think you'll enjoy it. And that's it for that. Like I always say, be kind, rewind.